Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in. Today we're going to be playing a Half-Life 2 mod called Goreagulation that I've been very excited to play ever since it came out on Steam just about a week ago. It's currently March 28, 2026 at 3:23 p.m. and I'm back playing Goreagulation. Goreagulation was originally released in 2022, the same year that Entropy 02 came out, and I remember playing, I think it was the original 1.0 release right when it came out, and very much enjoying it. Goreagulation was created by Kralik and Kralik's new development team called Kralcom. Kralik is another Entropy 02 developer and a friend. He's been involved in tons of different Half-Life 2 mod projects like Raising the Bar Redux. He's the lead, as well as the Burton equation he made. So Goreagulation is another classic small Half-Life 2 campaign, a gem, I would say. It's a gore-punk style mod, meaning it's a mod made out of meat, which is something that will make a little bit more sense once we start playing. Hi, Matt. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm excited to play. I've been really busy lately, still having trouble just like packing everything into my schedule, but I've been really excited to play this, so I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have a good stream. I have the soundtrack going in the background right now. I had forgotten actually what year it released in. It feels like it was both not that long ago and a really long time ago at the same time. But yeah, the original release was in 2022. I think there was like maybe one update. I remember, I think the original release had some performance issues in the boss fight that I struggled with. But I think that was patched pretty much right away in the November patch, if I remember correctly. My memory is very spotty of this. Like, just to test it out before a stream, I played through the first map, and I couldn't tell if the structure of the map has changed or if my memory of it is just not correct. So this will almost feel like a blind playthrough, I think. I just came in to say hi since I haven't played Goreagulation yet. I don't really want to get spoilers. Totally fair. I completely understand. Definitely play it for yourself if you're able to. It's out on Steam. You can download it for free, and I would highly recommend it. Yeah, I think that's enough yapping for now, so I'm going to go ahead and change my Twitch category. Start up the game. We have a good time. See ya. Yeah, you too. Have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Boot up Goreagulation. One of the things that was added in the Steam release is achievement support, so I'm excited to try to get all the achievements. Like there's 7 achievements. I bet I can get all of them. I can feel it. Descend, remember, adapt, or flee. That's what the menu says. Sorry, my chat's covering it.
Greetings!
Greetings! Welcome. See, who is that? Big Shark Gaming, welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah, the main menu options are descend, remember, adapt, or flee for new game, load, or options, or quit. I think that's very creative. I like menu things like that. Hi, Gildan. Welcome. It's good to see you. Let me just have a quick peek at my settings here before we get started. I think for this stream, I'm going to play the game on hard mode. Normally, my rule for streams is that I always play on normal or medium difficulty, because while I'm streaming, you know, that adds a little bit of mental overhead with people watching, and I also don't want to get stuck replaying the same combat encounter over and over again. But because this is a shorter mod, and because I've played it once already, I think it's probably fair to try it on hard and break my rule. The volume seemed good to everybody? Hard to tell with just the music, but Let me go ahead and boost the music's relative volume. Increase the game volume a little bit. Might be too loud. We'll see if I feel like I'm shouting. All the settings look right. Okay. Get started. Chapter 1, the only chapter, Maddened Flesh.
Oh, where am I? Who am I? What am I?
We are the Meat Man. I believe that was Kralek's voice. It sounded like him anyways. And one of the things I'm going to comment on in this mod is all of the gore-punk styled Half-Life 2 assets. Like how it takes things from Half-Life 2 and kind of converts them into this unique art style. The prisoner pods here have been turned into these, like, sort of chrysalis looking chitinous structures. I wonder what this spiral means. Oh, hello. Hi, Meneth. Good to see you. Hope your day is going well. Meneth, we're playing Goreagulation. It's a gore-punk styled Half-Life 2 mod. Where do you guys think that these stairs go? I can't get through to them because of the webbing, but it just looks like a stairway into nothing. One on the ceiling, too. I think it's like a metaphor for the journey we're about to embark on. Hell, yeah. Really good detailing in here, too. I kind of forget that the entire mod is not gore-styled. Like, there's also this kind of heavy industrial, fine-looking art as well.
Great. They sent you to finish me off, huh?
Calm down. I don't know what I am. Who are you?
Don't know. You're a meat man. One of those bastards they send to kidnap people and bring them down here to the gore mines.
The gore mines.
I don't recall.
Push forwards. If you're not like one of them, I'll try to kill you. You kill them back. If you see little eyes next to their doors, turn them blind. Ascend the spire. Destroy the eye.
I will.
It's such a great, concise intro to the game. Like, I don't know, there's just something about that style that I really like. It's melodramatic. It's a little bit, almost leans into campy because it takes itself very seriously when it is, you know, Half-Life 2 made out of meat. But I love it. I love how it takes itself seriously, and there's something kind of poetic about, like, the eyes next to doors turn them blind. I like that a lot. Hi, Beef Bacon. Welcome. It's good to see you here. The children yearn for the gore mines. Exactly. We've also got some projected textures going on. I love the red shadows cast by the fans. Good stuff. Looks like we're not on map base 8 because we don't have a visible shadow for our meat man. That's totally okay. I wouldn't have expected this release to come with map base 8. I don't like the sounds that the flashlight makes. It's squishy. You can just imagine how, like, a button made out of meat would feel. Ugh, I don't like it. Now we get our first weapon. The bone bar. Even the crowbar hit sound is squishy. Ew. We get our first eye next to a door that we have to turn blind. Beef Bacon, I was thinking about you earlier because I thought this mod is very much in the style of the kind of map that you would make. But I also got your maps mixed up with one of Civoxulary's maps. Civoxulary made Beneath the Shelled Skies for Map Labs, and that was kind of reminding me of Goreagulation, but that was not you. That was Civox. That was a good map, though. Ooh. No hope. No hope. I feel like we should try to mentally reframe this a little bit, you know, like, is there really no hope? Maybe we can think of a way that there could be hope. I've been talking to my therapist lately. Eyes, eyes, eyes. These things kind of look like eyes. How do the gore mines even work? What are they mining? Oh, I actually really like this little detail. I walked right past it. But there's like this spigot with blood coming out going into this little tank. I think this tank prop is kind of scaled down. But it like lines up perfectly. Hi Boom Donuts, welcome. Welcome in. We're playing Goreagulation. I was about to say this isn't my style, but it is similar to Cvox's entry. You know, I'm thinking of Outbreak. Like, I think I got Outbreak and Beneath the Shelled Skies mixed up. You know, I watched a YouTube video yesterday about the radioactive goo in Half-Life. Half-Life fans have had way too much time to overanalyze the games, but it was a cool video. It's trying to come up with a theory about what the green goo actually is. And this just reminds me of that, because we have this river of blood that's a lot like the river of radioactive goop. Can't believe they're wasting the blood by letting the sink run like that. The blood bill is going to be hot. Yeah, exactly. You gotta conserve blood. Actually, I really like this water material that they're using. Good soundscapes, too. How was the Half-Life Diffusion mod and ending? So we haven't beaten Diffusion yet. I'm on chapter 5 now. Oh. Excuse me. Start it up again. We had a little crash. This looks neat either way. Yeah, exactly. Let's try that again. I wonder what caused that crash. It kind of reminds me of some of the crashes that we've gotten reported for Easy 2, where it's like if you stand in a certain place and look in a certain direction, sometimes it crashes. It's something visual, for sure. Wiring is terrible. Like, look at this cable management. It's all over the place. I'm surprised that for the zombies, the only change that we get is the, sort of blood on the head crab. Looks kind of like some of the Half-Life 2 beta, screenshots. Or the old head crab texture that had a blood splat on it. Lost, 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 lost. Zombie Crash in Easy 2 is my nemesis now. Yeah, I think you talked about that on Discord. It was, is it the leg model or the torso model of one of the zombie variants causes a crash? Sorry about that. I like all the greebling in the environments here. Like, it's very, detailed. Ooh, even the med kits are gorified. Look at that. I should play through Easy 2 again. I wonder if there'll ever be an Easy 2 comp. An Easy 2 comp is something I've been very interested in for a long time. So, I mean, I guess I can say right now, one way or another, there will be an Easy 2 comp someday. But exactly what form that will take, I can't make any promises right now. But that's a goal that I've had for a long time. I would love to have an Easy 2 comp. Ow. So when I was testing out the mod, I went, like, testing out the Steam release before stream. I went down here and I got an achievement progress. 1 out of 7, I think, for this. That's why it didn't pop up now. It despises man and machine in equal measure. The crabs obey it as their matriarch. Oh. I think this is talking about the eye that controls this place. The head crabs treat it as if it's part of their hive mind, right? Here's, I guess, a clone, another one of us, or Meat Man. Scary looking. I wonder how. I feel like maybe I've talked to Kralik about this a long time ago, but how did they create this gore style with all the chitin, and it's just such a unique aesthetic, and I'm sure there's some kind of technique for sculpting the meshes to look like that. Materials too. I hope 2.0 gets more polished soon. That's something that's been on my mind lately. It's stressing me out a little bit. We're starting to get bug reports in for Entropy 0 2.0. But we need to triage the bugs and set up a new board and start, get cracking on that. I have a lot on my plate right now, so I'm not sure how quickly I'll be able to address the bugs as they come up. I think I hear Combine. I assume there's no comp on at the minute, otherwise you'd probably be doing a mapping stream. Yeah. I don't know when the next comp will be. I was thinking about that, because I really enjoyed the last one, and I'd like to do another one soon. But, no, we're in between competitions right now, which is good. I have a lot of things to catch up on, so it's a good time for that. Are these the pistons from Portal, but scaled down? That's such a creative use of assets. Like, I never would have thought to do that. They made pistons by just taking the oversized pistons and shrinking them. Ooh, I think we're getting our first look at the gore-punk soldiers. From what I remember, Kralik revoiced all of their lines. I want to hear if he says another idle line.
Kilo 8-3.
Oh, that's so spooky. Oh, he saw me. He saw me. Oh, the zombie is friendly with the gore soldier. Got him. Take his gun. So this is called the Flesh MG. Love that. Yeah, the graffiti that we found said that it was like a hive mind. Right? The head crabs obey the eye. There's another one of these spiral staircases, but here it's shrunk down and like decoration. Oh, even the guns sound meaty. No. Can we get through here? Oh, we can. I think that's the critical path, so I'm going to explore over here first. Eat hooks. feel like I exposed myself a little bit too much.
User dead imminent.
Interesting how the soldiers have elevation, but there's zombies down on the ground floor to help them out. It's always interesting to see NPCs working together when they wouldn't normally be. Ammo back. I think this was just a cache for ammo, basically. I lost a lot of health, though. Kind of wonder how Kralik manages to work on 3 to 4 mods at the same time. That would be a great question for him. I know he's really good at time management and prioritization, and I'm sure he's not working on them like it's impossible to literally do 2 things at the same time, right? So it's about context switching and probably figuring out what you want to do the most at any given moment. That's what I would guess. But I'm having trouble working on 2 to 3 mods myself right now. Beef Bacon says, I've been grinding away at my Cold Hard Steel 5 prototype for a while, so that'll be ready for a suitable comp. There's a mantling system I developed that I really want to use. That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to play more Cold Hard Steel. I really should use the downtime between competitions to try to prepare more. Like, I think I could have worked on the scripting for my Toon 3 entry before Toon 3 started, because I kind of knew what I want. Like, I knew I wanted a director. I knew I wanted more, like, dynamic stuff with VScript. I could have worked on that ahead of time. I just felt like I need to know what the theme of the challenge is before I can really start. But I should try to, like, build up more resources in between challenges so I'm ready to go when the challenge starts. Ew. The particles coming out of this pipe are so gross. So much of my reaction to this mod is going to be like, ew, that's gross. And just to be clear, that means that it's doing its job. That's not a bad thing. It's supposed to be gross. Don't forget to save. I mean, I think there's auto saves, but go ahead and do a little save. You guys think I missed any of those caches, by the way? The achievement ones? Didn't think about it, but that spot that we passed earlier would have been a perfect place to have one. No, I don't think we saw. Just making sure. You guys think this place is OSHA compliant? Keybind save? Yeah, sometimes I save from the menu instead of using F6 because that way it doesn't overwrite the save. Eyes, 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 eyes. There we go. Cold Hard Steel in particular is a ton of work, and I do want to wait for the right competition. While enemies, weapons, and gameplay mechanics are now finished, I'm mainly tinkering with environments. So, what do you do for the, like, when the challenge is actually announced? Like, do you have to sort of change the design to fit the theme, or do you add new levels to match whatever the theme is going to be? I'm curious about the process for that. I can't help but wonder if this mod would have benefited from a kick attack, since it was included in the Burton equation, which is another Kralik mod. It didn't have the kick in 2022 though, so you know, I'm sure the point of the Steam release was not to reinvent what the mod is supposed to be. Now that I get so used to using the kick, zombies dealt with. What do you think this place used to be before it became the gore mines? Because all this infrastructure couldn't have been created for that purpose. Maybe it was. I don't really know anything about how this place came to be. Twitch chat gets late. Oh, I'm sorry. There shouldn't be too much of a delay on the Twitch chat. I might need to look into that later. I don't make levels at the stage as things like props, figuring out brushwork. The theme defines what the actual level layout is. That makes perfect sense. It's like you're creating the palette to use when the challenge is announced. And I should do that too. I don't do that enough. I do reuse a lot of stuff from older entries, but I don't, interesting, it's like a little nest, but these egg things are actually grenades for the submachine gun. Yeah, I don't really like prepare enough between challenges. I just when I realize I need an asset, a lot of times I draw it from assets that I've already made instead of making a new one. Like in Toon 3, I used the citizen skins that I made from like 2017 for a map called the 7-Hour Layover. No, it was called that 7-Hour Layover was my recent map. Sorry, it was called The Last Commute. The Last Commute was in the, I think it was like the Hunterville challenge. I don't remember what the theme was, actually. It might have been like Fusionville, one of the Run, Think, Shoot, Live competitions. And then I reused those textures for a map called The Good Shepherd that was in MapLab's Crossfire. And I reused them again in Toon 3 Encore for 7-Hour Layover. I have a hot take about source mods. I think that every mod should have the Goomba Stomp that I added in Easy 2 for head crabs. That means that you can jump on head crabs and then they die. I think that'd be satisfying. I don't know. Exactly, working on the palette. Cold Hard Steel is very non-Half-Life 2, and it takes time to figure out the best way to do that sort of architecture. I can't even imagine. It's like you're making an entire indie game. You're using Source the way people usually use Unity or Godot, which is not typical. Like, most maps are still in the style of Half-Life 2. Look at this big open area. The fog works really well here. Oh man. This kind of reminds me of Half-Life's chapter Interloper, both the Half-Life version and the Black Mesa version. Especially the Black Mesa version with the red smoke, but we don't usually see big open environments like this. I overshot. I overshot again. That was a waste of grenades. And that sound of metal creaking is really starting to annoy me. I don't even know what's making that sound. Is it just from these pillars? Enemies as well, all of them are pretty different to how they are in Half-Life 2, twisting NPCs to have different behaviors. That's something I really like about modding. It's cool to try to increase the enemy variety by remixing NPCs' behaviors. I don't know if I should go that way first, or if I should go down there where there's an eye. I'll try the eye first. You guys think this goes? I'm excited to see your mantling system, Beef Bacon. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Corrosions detected.
Ah, there he is. I wonder what these buttons do. I don't remember this at all from playing the 2022 version. What did that do? Oh, I see. Oh, it opened the doors down there. Cool. I really don't like that creaking sound in the environment. I think that sound is better for things like doors that would open only when you interact with them. Having it play on a loop is kind of a little bit grating. Giving me a bit of a headache. It works almost flawlessly, though I will have to design around its limitations. It works in tandem with a dash dodge, so you can dash mid-air and then grab a ledge. Ooh, that sounds really cool. It reminds me of the dash attack in the Half-Life mod that I've been playing called Diffusion. That lets you dash by pressing Alt. I don't really like Alt as a keybind because then I have to take my thumb off of space and kind of tuck it under my palm. But it works really well as like a way to move around in combat. And I bet that will suit Cold Hard Steel really well as a mechanic. Because of the kind of arena shooting that you have.
Minor detected.
Guys, what do you think these pipes are for? Why do they look like this? What does this mean? Any plumbers in the chat? Can tell me why you would pipe blood through crisscross pipes like this? Ew. This part seems to be alive. Made out of meat at any rate. Nasty. Guys, you don't think there would be any head crabs in this vent, do you? Oh my gosh. How did I know? Make the ride fun for the blood. Like a roller coaster. Given as many enemies as possible a projectile attack of some kind, so there's plenty of attacks to actually dodge rather than hit scan. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think in first-person games, fighting enemies with projectile weapons is really fun because you can dodge out of the way and use movement to your advantage, and you get more of a advantage from putting distance between you and the enemy too. So with the dodge attack and the mantling, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really like the voice lines for these Gorebind soldiers. It sounds so creepy. Like the way each word is enunciated kind of makes me think about the way people talk about Combine soldiers being brainwashed. Like these guys feel more robotic than I think the normal Combine do. Uh-oh. Door closed behind us. Spooky. I remember this part. I think Kralik showed this to me like before Goreagulation was released, just as a little vignette of what the mod is supposed to be about. It's brutal. I feel like there's a way we can rescue this guy. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a companion cube situation. I think we just drop a grenade down here. Is he okay? He's gonna be okay? I don't think he's okay. Guys, he's okay, right? I also feel like the Gorbine voice lines are easier to understand than the original Combine Soldier voice lines. Like, I can hear each word because he enunciates them so clearly. It'd be cool to revoice the Combine Soldiers to sound more like that. Don't worry, he's done this before. He'll be alright. Yeah, he's fine. Guys, he's okay. We rescued him. He's alright. Don't even worry about it. Poison the well. Ah. I didn't even see that before. It's kind of impressive that they made like a tendril out of displacements in Hammer. Look at this. Like, this must be so much subdivision to get this thing to look like that. Unless it's a mod, like that might be just a mesh, but I think that's a... I think that might actually be like a displacement in Hammer. Back to the mines. You guys think we might have missed any secret areas? I'm nervous about missing secrets. Oh, a shotgun. So the shotgun is called the Flechette Launcher, as in flesh. Classic. One thought that I keep having about Goreagulation, that it's crossed my mind many times over the past 4 years since it came out, right? I think Goreagulation would be very well suited to a VR mod. I know Easy 1 VR is kind of in a little bit of a pause right now while we wait for the Easy update stuff, but I would love to make a Goreagulation VR. I've done tentacles like that before. It's actually pretty simple. Subdivision rounds it all out. I like using subdivision like that. I've only ever done it on interiors though. I've never tried it for like pipes or tendrils. I think this style would be so well suited to VR. The gameplay would be fun, but the environments are also really spooky and atmospheric, and it would be fun to kind of explore around. Ouch. Nope. Gonna lay a trap for him. Go. Ooh, I'm not doing well on health. Ooh. Like, I heard him say something confirm HVT contained. That's supposed to be Helix Vector Tango means high value target. So he's saying high value target contained, meaning I died. I could hear that very clearly compared with the original Half-Life 2 voice lines. It's kind of difficult to hear what the Combine Soldiers say. Ow. Where am I getting shot from? He's shooting me at quite a distance away with that shotgun. I heard him say, go active intercept, so he's probably coming towards me.
Blood loss detected.
Ah, it bounced. There we go.
This final team unit request backup.
There we go. That was fun. The view models in this look and sound great. I agree. Look at the Flesh MG. I also especially like this shotgun model. Ew. The sounds of the shells going in are so gross. See what I mean about a VR mod? Like, that would be awesome if you could actually hold this gun and put the shells in and it would make that sound. That would gross me out. I know I'm wasting ammo, I just really wanted to try out the shotgun. Yeah. Yo, gotta rescue this guy.
Contact confirmed. Offer using.
Wow, I traded a lot of... Oh, he's gone.
Critical.
Poor guy.
Seek medical attention. Emergency. User death.
Get some health.
imminent.
This guy's fine, right? He's okay. Guys, he's alright. He's gonna be okay. Thanks for the healing, Spike Shark Gaming. There's gotta be some more health around here, right? Oh, okay. I jumped the gun. I'm gonna spam grenades because we have an infinite grenade box. I think the explosion particles are modified for the mod. I'm noticing a few quality of life improvements that are shared in common with the Burton equation. Like, the particles are improved, and the grenades have the grenade cooking mechanic, which is also in the Burton equation. It's from Raising the Bar Redux. I kind of wish we would have put that in Easy 2 now. I feel like that probably came up at some point. Someone was like, why don't we add grenade cooking? And I was probably saying, like, no, we don't need that. It's not in base Half-Life 2. Regret, actually. No, I love the Raising the Bar Redux style grenade cooking. Got another big open area. Fog makes it so spooky. Hard to see. I do wish I could, like, it's a good thing that I don't have a long range weapon, because the fog would really annoy me if I was trying to zoom in, I think. Oh. Fast head crab. If one of those bullets hits me, I think I'm dead. Ooh. Unlucky. There's another improvement in this that I really appreciate, and that's that it looks like when you die in this mod, it doesn't put a red filter over your vision. That always bothered me in Half-Life 2, because if you want to look around and see what happens after you die, your view is like obscured. And so in Easy 2, I think we added a setting to fade out the red blur after a few seconds. I really wanted that. It looks like Goreagulation has that too. Oh. kind of blind firing into the fog there. I don't know if I was actually hitting anybody. Ooh. I thought maybe I could just run past them. I'll try to play a little bit more aggressively this time. That was a mistake. Okay. I'm gonna try to play a little bit more aggressively this time. My crosshair is gone. That's not good. Did you guys notice that? My crosshair seems to have disappeared. Not sure why that is. Like, is that supposed to look like that? I think I'm supposed to have a crosshair. Gonna go crosshair 1? Oh, I already have crosshair 1 on. You guys see that? Something's wrong here. Oh well. There he goes. Oh.
Lacerations detected.
Ooh. I got a little overconfident. Suppose you don't need the crosshairs. Yeah, who needs crosshairs? Just aim better. Who needs the HUD? We can see where we're shooting.
Blood loss.
Okay, that was not good. Guys, what would you think if I played this as a deathless run? I really enjoyed doing that for Raising the Bar Salvation. I mean, I don't think I can do it now. I've already died like about 100 times. I should have put on the death counter for this stream. I didn't even think about it. But I think this could work well for a deathless game. You can use the quick info as a crosshair. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm doing. I know the bullets will go somewhere within the quick info. It's kind of concerning that the HUD disappeared like that, though. Ow.
Minor lacerations detected.
I know there's another head crab around. I heard it. Too easy. Something's about to go wrong. Nice thing about the abundance of these grenade chests is that we get to throw lots of grenades, which means we get lots of Half-Life 2 physics. See ragdolls flying everywhere. What do you think this machine does? Also interesting that there are these antlion nest props. Like, if we look down here, antlion eggs. I wonder how that relates to the gore, other than that it's like tryptophobia. It's kind of like some of the stuff in Scorn. Scorn was an interesting game. I actually liked Scorn. I think it was kind of, it got some mixed reception. It is like a game that's a little bit light on mechanics. It's kind of walking simulator-esque, but it has combat. I enjoyed Scorn a lot. I don't know if I understood the story completely, but I don't think you're supposed to either. More maps should make use of source physics. Oh, absolutely. And the gravity gun. I'm guilty of that too. Yeah, I never really use the gravity gun because I feel like when the gravity gun is in play, it feels too much like base Half-Life 2. That's like Gordon's signature, you know?
Resistance.
So to make it not Gordon, I feel like we have to not use the gravity gun. The main issue people had with Scorn was that early previews implied there'd be a bit more involved in the gameplay. Yeah, I can see that. And the base movement speed is slow. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can... Oh! Ah! Caught me monologuing. Ads. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Apologize for the ads. I didn't see it coming. It scaled up areas, but didn't scale up the player movement speed. I can appreciate a slower paced first-person game. Like, I really liked Resident Evil 7 and 8, and those have like slower player movement, right? But I can see where Scorn had too many big open areas where that could be kind of frustrating. I know that I have to shoot this eye, but I'm going to explore first and see what there is to see. That, is that... Looks like a different kind of zombie. Could be a zombine. Ooh. The gore is like growing out of this zombie. That's disturbing. Head crabs and tanks. Who put these head crabs in these tanks? You know? Like, because this whole gore spire thing is built out of a mine, it makes me think that it must be somehow created by humans. Or maybe the eye forced people to do this for it? I don't know. Or did the gore people do this? Wonder. I did. There's Boom Donuts. Right there. These eggs? Ow. What do you guys think these eggs are for? Ew. They're made out of meat. That's disgusting. Eat melons. Ew. You guys think this is the critical path, or is this like a secret area? This might be the critical path. Is that a telephone? Meat? What happened down there? Hi. When I awoke, I found myself... Oh.
I found myself in a similar position to yourself. I felt an urge, a compelling, to ascend the spire and destroy the eye. Every fibre of my twisted form screamed out in rebellion every step I took in the wrong direction, every detour taken, every piece of curiosity embraced. This facility, this plague, buried within the ground, has far more to discover than it ever intended us to. In time, though, I found these discoveries to be surface level. Like all creations of the eye, it bursts without context. Miles of metallic hell, an inverse Babel reaching at the pit of all things, for no rhyme nor reason. In its creation it embodies the worst traits of creativity, to funnel out slop for the sake of its own existence. I was dismayed and appalled. This compelling feeling was the eye's test, so I denied it that satisfaction,
Ah.
and aimed at large.
So there's a lot to unpack there. That was cool. Okay. I don't think I got an achievement for that. Is there supposed to be an achievement? The Gore Spire felt offended upon its discovery of vegan meat, so it tried to make meat fruit. It's churning out slop. I do wonder... I don't remember that monologue from the original 2022 release. I couldn't help but think about AI while I was listening to that. I was like, is that a deliberate commentary? Or is that from the 2022 release? Because if it's from the original release, that would be like before AI slop even existed. That would be kind of an ironic, unintentional foreshadowing there. It's new. I saw it in a patch notes. They added new lore room to each chapter. Ooh, I want to see all the lore rooms because I'm really excited about that. Okay, so it being in commentary on AI is really neat. I don't think that was necessarily what was intended in 2022, but it works really well now. The meat slop thickens. It also makes sense of a lot of the things I was asking earlier, because I kept going through these levels saying, like, why would people design things this way? Why would they put these tubes here? Why are these pipes here? What is this for? I was doing that, like, somewhat jokingly. Like, it's not like I expect this game to have architecture that makes physical sense. It was more of just a silly joke. I'm just lightheartedly commenting on things. But now this kind of recontextualizes all those questions as part of the story, because the answer is that this place doesn't make any sense because it was created by AI, basically. It's generated, so it's the facsimile of a place, but it doesn't have any rhyme or reason to it. I think that's actually really cool, and it kind of makes sense of a lot of the places that we've been. I also noticed that she talks about being compelled to ascend the spire and how it was a test. I think that's basically maybe foreshadowing, but maybe even giving away the ending or the plot that we are being tested. And I think the reason we're compelled to ascend the spire is because it wants us to. That's kind of interesting. We're getting some lore early on. I don't remember this mod being very heavy on the lore, so I'm really excited by this development. I do wish I had gotten an achievement for it, though. Let me pull up, can I shift tab? Would that be safe? Achievements. Achievements. Let's look at what achievements we have. Decide the fate of an unlucky prisoner. I don't know if we already passed that. We might have already missed that. Ascend the spire, destroy the eye. So I think that's beating the game. Receive a reward for your rescue efforts. Ooh, maybe we missed that already. Enmity, grow the spire, embrace the eye. I think that's for the bad ending. Terrible, find the writings of those who went before. We might have missed some of those. Lorehound, discover the truth about the thing it hates most. And Alpha, listen to the First's manifestos. So I have gotten 1 out of 4 for that. So I'm worried that I might be missing some of the optional content so far. Have you guys noticed any ways that I could have gone that I might have missed? I don't want to go back and I don't want to save scum, but I am really excited to try to see all of the content in this. I should also make sure to test things in case there's breakable walls. Maybe one for finding all of them. Yeah, it looks like there's multiple different types of collectibles throughout the game. That makes me think that I must be missing some. It's interesting. What do you... Oh.
Lacerations detected.
I hear a fast zombie around that corner. I had the question earlier about who put the head crabs in the tanks. Who imprisoned these zombies? I'm noticing here that we have a little work area. There's a medical bench, some tools. That looks like a heart, a rotten heart on the table. There's a workbench with some bones. Like, who was doing this? Do you think the gore soldiers were capable of building this place themselves? Or did the thing controlling this place, have someone else helping it? Those are the questions on my mind. Also, I have a rule against backseating normally in chat, but if you see something that you think is a secret, feel free to tell me, because I don't want to miss the secrets. I'm afraid I might be already missing a bunch of them. Oh, look what happened to that guy. That's gnarly. Another one. Yeah. So if you see something and you want me to test it out, definitely let me know in chat, because I don't want to miss any secrets. And I'm afraid I'm already missing a lot of them.
One down. Contact. Striking man 1.
Did that say Meat Man?
Detected.
I think instead of saying Anti-Citizen 1, they say Meat Man 1. Love that.
Lane. 6. Requesting medical.
Like one of these dead ends is gonna actually have a breakable end or something. I don't want to miss the lore. What do you guys think this thing is? It looks almost like a monitor, but it's made out of blood. I want this lighting for my house. Can you guys imagine how hard that would go? Like, instead of having like a corner lamp, you just have a meat panel that illuminates the space. These generators seem to be tapping into the meat somehow. This symbol was near a secret before. I think that means there's like a secret path. Ooh, the fact that I got 357 ammo makes me think that I already missed a secret. Oh, it's like a Ratman den back here. My mental image is combining it with an overtly colorful fashion style or whatever, then introducing someone into your apartment lit exclusively by meat walls. Yeah. Terrible. 2 out of 4. It is not creative. It can mimic, not create. It attempts craftsmanship. So this whole thing has been recontextualized as a criticism of AI, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm vibing with this. It can mimic, not create. It attempts craftsmanship. Explains the big bold sentence on the store page at the end. No AI generated content was used in the creation of this mod. That's... I didn't realize that was like relevant to the plot. Yeah. You know, when I saw that, I was thinking about it because I do appreciate that being there. I think it's good. I was thinking about it though. It's like for Easy 2, Could we put a statement like that? And yes, we could. We did not use any AI generated content in EZ2, but in the future, I worry a little bit with things like our GitHub page, where we anyone can create a pull request. Anyone could make changes to the code and submit a change request for our review. And then what happens is we review the change request, and if it looks good, we say, okay, this is approved, and then we take the code. It's impossible for me to know if someone has used generative AI in their pull request. I mean, if they just generate changes without doing anything else, I can tell because it's slop, it's bad. I won't see that right away and say like, this sucks, and I'll throw it away. But what if someone used AI and then they tweaked it and manipulated it and it doesn't look like they used AI anymore? Can I really say that I haven't used AI if I don't know the process other creators use and then I use their work? It's also something I'm worried about with the workshop, because a lot of times I'll merge EZ2 workshop add-ons into EZ2 if they like improve the game and they're like not like a subjective change but just sort of a tangible like objective improvement. How do I know that no one has used generative AI? And it's like, it's kind of scary. It's like the more time goes on and the more AI generated content is out there, I think it will become impossible for anyone to say that their work contains no AI generated content. And that kind of scares me. I don't have a good answer for that. If it's functional and works with your pull request, then it's so many degrees off that no one can blame you. Exactly. And that's how I feel about it. It doesn't really bother me. It's more like I wonder about like that label. Like, can I truthfully use the label no AI generated content when it's not all my content? It's like when like I can't prove that other people aren't using AI. And that's not something that's like, I don't know. It's not a big problem. It's not something that's like keeping me up at night. It's just something I think about every now and then where it's like, wait a minute, I don't know. Because I think you'd have to just go based on like good faith and say, look, if it doesn't look like any AI was used, then no AI was used. But somehow that feels unsatisfying to me as a truth claim. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just things that I think about. Because I think that label is really more about the art assets than the code is the other thing. I find it really interesting how, like, culturally, it seems like software is a lot more open to AI-generated things than the art field. And I don't really like that, because I don't like AI-generated content, and I don't like when my peers use it, and then they get confused why their code isn't working, because they vibe coded it and they don't know anything, and it kind of makes me mad, but... Ow. Mention of pull requests, it does remind me of a problem a few people ran into where, due to unclear copyright rules regarding AI-generated code, it can put some licenses at risk. Ooh. That sounds troubling. It was a thing where the GZ Doom devs quit and split into a new fork, UZ Doom, because one GZ Doom dev tried to push AI code, which could genuinely cause issues with the licensing. I haven't heard about that before. That is concerning. Yeah, I'd like to read more about that, because that sounds like a really fascinating, like, use case. Oh, wow, that did not save. Sorry, I got to yapping, and, got a lot of backtracking to do now. Ooh, a lot of backtracking.
When I awoke, I found myself similar to this to yourself. I felt an urge, a compelling, to ascend the spire and destroy the eye. Every fibre of my twisted form screamed out in rebellion every step I took in the wrong direction. Every detour taken, every piece of curiosity embraced. This facility, this plague, buried within the ground, has far more to discover than it ever intended us to. In time, though, I found these discoveries to be surface level. Like all creations of the eye, it bursts without context. Miles of metallic hell, an inverse Babel reaching at the pit of all things, for no rhyme nor reason. In its creation it embodies the worst traits of creativity, to funnel out slop for the sake of its own existence. I was dismayed and appalled. This compelling feeling was the eye's test, so I denied it that satisfaction and remained at large.
So another thought I had is when she says an inverse babble, it reminds me of the book Annihilation. I really like the movie Annihilation, so I read the book. It's a pretty short book, and in the book, the writing style is a little bit strange. It's different from anything else that I've read, and the main character spends a lot of the book talking about how there's this underground structure that her peers are calling the tunnel, and she wants to call it the tower because she sees it as an inverted tower and not a tunnel. And it was surprising to me how much time was spent debating whether or not to call it the tunnel or the tower. But it reminds me a lot of this mod. It's like the idea of like an alien unknowable intelligence creating a bizarre, like, incomprehensible structure. Kind of got the vibe. I mean, I think this would count as cosmic horror, right? And that is absolutely cosmic horror. I think this mod is longer than I remember it being. I was warned ahead of stream that Goreagulation is short, so I've been kind of taking my time with it because I really want to soak in the atmosphere. But I don't think it's actually that short. Just looking at how many collectibles there are from the achievements. Oh no. Oh, man. Bro. Keep forgetting to save. Okay, we're gonna not listen to the whole monologue this time. Or just press the button. In case there's an achievement. I came in a bit late. How many loading screens has it been? I can't tell you. I want to say maybe 2 or 3.
And destroy the eye. Every fiber of my
I feel like if I don't sit and listen to the monologue again, that like canonically my character doesn't care about the story. You guys ever feel compelled by weird stuff like that?
This plague buried within the ground.
That doesn't make any sense. That's completely irrational.
In time, though,
That's some soldier voice. Yes, I love the voice lines Kralik did for the Gore soldiers. Their voices are a lot more easy to understand than the Combine soldier voice, and I think it adds a lot. I got paranoid out of that stuff because some games did try to do that back in the day. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like I don't want the game to note that I didn't listen to the whole speech, and then thanks Silent Hill, Signalis, and etc. for having vague vibe-based ending point deciders. Yeah, to be fair, as a game developer, I would totally do stuff like that. Like try to track how long the play. There's an actual example of that. We were gonna have. I think this was Breadman's idea, but it was going to be like if you kill Clone Cop near the end of Easy 2 before he finishes monologuing, it changes the dialogue in the next scene. I don't remember if that was like any one person's idea, but I remember we were going to do that. I don't even remember why we changed that, come to think of it. Meat melons. Ew. Ew. Shattered Memories had a lot of weird tracking stuff for your ending. This game's actual gameplay wasn't great, but its ending was very clever. I've never heard of that one. Is that a Silent Hill game? I tanked a lot of damage from the shotgun. Game told you it adapted what you to what you looked at or did, but for 90% of the game it was just changing the models slightly. A Silent Hill game for the Wii? Oh, I didn't know about that. I have never played a Silent Hill game, and I think I'm really due for it. I'm currently getting into the Resident Evil series. probably should have used my SMG for that. I wasted some shotgun shells. I'm noticing that the flechette shotgun has only 5 rounds in the magazine rather than the usual 6. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected this mod to make more realistic guns, but I think it makes sense for the kind of close quarters combat to limit the shotgun more. Did I skip the eye? No, not yet. Okay. I don't know if the achievements are tracked by save, so I should make sure to find all the collectibles, even if I've already found them. Probably the achievements are tracked globally, but... I'm regretting playing this on hard mode, like I said I wanted to.
Critical.
I should have played on normal. That's my bad, guys. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna be streaming this for a while. I feel bad spoiling Shattered Memories since it's generally not a fun experience. Yeah, I don't know if, especially if it's a spin-off, I don't know if I'll ever play that one. I don't see myself going back to the Wii anytime soon.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Viscom. Viscom. Range. Bouncer. Bouncer. We got heavy resistance.
You think I should try to play the whole Silent Hill series after I finish Resident Evil? I say that as if Resident Evil isn't going to take me the next 10 years to play through all the games. I'll have every single scene from Requiem spoiled before I actually get to Requiem. It's so sad. Need to remember to autosave in this. I noticed that there's Magnum ammo here. That makes me think that we missed the side quest to get the Magnum. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I don't think I should go back now, but I am worried that I might have missed a lot of optional content in the game. Silent Hill 1 to 4 were solid, then it had a bunch of really bad releases up until the Silent Hill 2 remake. You think I should skip to the remake then? Wait a minute. The Meat Man had takeout. Kidding me? Beans. Meat Man's gotta eat. Yeah, I guess so. I genuinely didn't know if that was the case or not. I'm out of grenades.
Attention.
I shouldn't have used all my grenades so quickly.
Fix sidelines. Move in. Target. Viscom. Range.
Ow.
Blood loss.
What am I supposed to do, guys?
Emergency. User dead imminent.
I don't think there would happen to be any more health items in here, do you? No. I think they forgot I was here. Don't need to skip to Silent Hill 2 remake. Silent Hill 2 is very much independent story. 1 and 3 are the only two with direct plot connections. There we go. I had to cheese that a little bit. Ew. What do you guys think is in these, like, meat sacks? Or meat? I kind of get the impression that they're growing things. I don't know. Maybe they're making more head crabs. Like a symbiotic relationship. Oh. I hope I didn't miss any collectibles. Nervous.
Not like the others, right? You gotta get me out. I'll make it worth your while. I promise.
Okay, we gotta rescue this guy.
Listen, whatever you do, don't press that button. There's gotta be another way out of this.
Okay, wait, so I just saved. I'm saving again.
Oh shit! Oh fuck you!
I needed the achievement.
Sorry. It had to be done.
That was okay. The I'm sorry it had to be done was like delivered so seriously and so dramatically, but the guy's final line was so comedic. Tonally, I don't know if I was supposed to laugh at that or not, but like, what the saw is this? Did you see DLSS 5 stuff? I'm really disappointed at. Yes. I do think maybe I overreacted a little bit initially when I saw DLSS, because I was just... I hate the way it looks. I think it looks awful. But I think I maybe took it, like... Is it really as bad as I thought it was? I don't know. I hate the way it looks. The way it didn't... I think the most offensive examples are the ones where it changes the appearance of the characters. If it's actually... Like, it's supposed to be an upscaler. If it's changing the way the characters look stylistically, I think it's garbage. I'm not into that. New Blood had an excellent angry post over it where they clarified their issue is that it has nothing to do with what DLSS is supposed to be. Exactly. An upscaler should not be changing the image. That's a bug. That's literally not functioning. If your upscaler is replacing your character with a different character, that doesn't make sense. No, I have issues with that. Here. What is this? I know fast zombies are right around the corner. Guys, I wonder what's gonna happen when I walk into this room. You don't think that I'd be ambushed by fast zombies, do you? That would be really unfortunate. Oh, ow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the floor to open up. Ow. Ow. Okay, I'm out of shotgun ammo, but I think I took out all of the fast-moving threats. Oh, nope. There's one left. That was like all my ammo. I really like... Oh... I like the staircase that appears, and I like the lighting effects. How it, like, blocks the light and puts the whole basement area in shadow. That's actually really neat. Here's our key that we're going to use to free the guy. Yeah, that was a really good use of projected texture lighting to have, like, the shadows change when the bridge rises over the pit that we were in. Do we have to destroy this? I feel like we have to destroy this. Okay. Weird that an oversized eye isn't destructible, because we kept talking about destroying the eyes earlier. You guys don't think I'm missing any secrets in this area, do you? I'll just leave this here. Just making sure. Making sure that there's nothing that I missed in any corners. This pit is kind of rectangular. Like, you'd think maybe they would round off the edges a little bit at the bottom, but that's okay. I didn't really notice in gameplay. I saw that. I see what you did there. I think this is gonna let us free the guy.
I knew you'd come through. Save my goddamn life. You're going, pal.
There we go.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna find another way out.
Good luck.
Thank you, and good luck.
Now we need a DLC where we play as that guy. I have a couple of questions. Okay. First of all, what if I kill him? Okay, no, you can't kill him. That's good. Second of all, where is he gonna actually go? I guess he's waiting for us to leave before he breaks through this vent. Doors are gonna close behind me. They didn't. What do you guys think about the meat revolver? It's called... No way. Wait, hold on. They named the revolver the meat spinner. The meat spinner. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Cookie. Better naming jokes since anything Borderlands has done. I never played any Borderlands past 2. Headcrabs are an actual threat. 3 is kind of in a story, good gunplay though. Yeah, I know guns are like the main focus in Borderlands. Let's use the meat spinner on him. I missed. Fastest meat spinner in the West. I know this, some kind of key item has to go here. Or ran poorly and Randy lied about it. We're complaining. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I think the format of Borderlands is a little bit too repetitive for me, even in the first 2, which I know people generally like. I liked Borderlands 1, but I never finished it. Never got very far. voice actor for the prisoner sounded a lot like the Citizen voice actor. I wonder if that was their attempt to imitate that voice. Yeah, I think, okay, was the Citizen that we rescued, could that have been Amy? I don't know. I didn't want to comment on the voice actors because I'm not sure who voiced what. I saw, I think the main character is Krallick's voice, and the soldiers as well sound a lot like Krallick. And I thought that the first Citizen we talked to was actually the YouTuber Dreadisle. Am I crazy for thinking that? The Half-Life 2 YouTuber who talks about mapping. I need to check the credits, because I feel like I'm going crazy. I missed. Not having a crosshair is kind of rough. Ooh. How far back are we? Not that far. My meat is spinning. Gildan says, did you see on your server the weird bug I posted when Bad Cops Lion triggers when the player has a different class name? Wait a minute. I did see that. I didn't have time to properly, like, take information down about it and triage it. Was it only particular lines that do that, or was it like, it was like everything, right? Like the override wasn't working? I think that's something we gotta address. With no crosshair, I kind of need to go for body shots with the revolver. I wonder if that's a bug. Like, I feel like I should have a crosshair. What are these props from? I just noticed. These look unusual. Info remark responses specifically? Oh, that's weird. We might want to look into that. Look at the ceiling of this room. The red light pouring down. It makes me wonder what's up there. Like it's just more meat. This music is really creepy too. That was rough. Ah, these are one of the key items we need. Oh. And crab. Thought I heard another vent open over here too. I feel like there's a secret in this area that I'm probably missing. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Gotta find all the secrets. Here's one of these. Does that do something? I know there's another one over here. Oh! Hi, Meneth. Thanks for the power up. Missed the timing. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be when I put the item in, right? I need, like, the Legend of Zelda puzzle solution sound as well. That would be really cool. I appreciate it, Meneth. It's hard to time things, because I think the stream is behind a little bit.
Detected.
Or the chat is ahead. You know what I mean. More meat melons. Ah, our first poison zombie.
Ammunition depleted.
This almost reminds me a little bit of Prey, like the 2006 Prey. I completely agree. That had some pretty gross, like, meaty sections too, and that was a really good game. I feel like that game didn't get the recognition it deserves. It had a lot of really cool ideas. It even had, like, a portal section where you can open portals to different parts of the level and solve puzzles. That was a really good game. I also liked, like, the spirit mode where you could, like, go out of your body, solve puzzles and stuff. Really, really a gem. Oh boy. Oh, no, not like this, not like this, not like this. Okay, we're good. More of them. Yeah, did it have, like, a section where you, like, you can portal to a portal that's smaller or something? I feel like it's, like, similar to, like, Duke Nukem or whatever. It was anti-gravity, I remember that for a puzzle. Here's our key item over here. It's weird that sometimes you suddenly remember every line of Who's Cooking Tonight. I don't know. I'm not super familiar. Memory is weird sometimes. I forget things all the time, but then I remember the strangest little details. Oh, there's more prisoner pods over here. I wonder if they were making more meat men. Or I wonder if the Gorebind, the soldiers, came out of pods like this too.
Blood loss.
That was close.
Ammunition depleted.
Wait, why do I still have an HEV suit voice? I never really thought about that, but why doesn't the HEV suit sound meaty? I feel like they should have made, like, a meat voice. Have Kralik revoice the HEV suit too. It would have been cool. Prey 2006 was actually funky. I had it on physical disc, and I had a code that let me activate it on Steam. That's super cool. I like when old games did that, where the physical copy would come with a Steam key. Like, that's how I got my Steam copy of the original Half-Life. My dad had it on disc, and I think we redeemed that on Steam. Ooh, crossbow.
Contact confirmed. Phantom. Aim is down. Sector is not controlled. Sword.
I like that first draw animation of putting the bow in the crossbow, the bolt.
Target.
There we go.
7. 1 down.
I don't like how the crossbow string looks like a tendon. That's really gross.
Good job.
Sound it makes is nasty too.
Minor laceration.
The bolt is made of calcium. Yeah, what is it called? The crossbone. Oh, that's wonderful. This weapon is called the crossbone. You guys think we might have missed any secrets? I haven't been keeping a good enough eye out for the eye graffiti that we're supposed to look for. Round. The staircase? Staircase. I don't think so. Oh, wait. Items. Maybe. We're good. I would have put something there. A good space to hide something. I think we're going to need to run some ads pretty soon. So I'm going to take a quick break to get up and stretch, make sure I have water and everything. I will be right back in a minute. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more Goreagulation. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. On to more Goreagulation. Also, thanks, Meneth, for pointing out that cache. I think that's going to come in handy. Appreciate it. Computers? The gore mines? Someone was here operating these consoles and killed. I still don't really understand how this place came to be. What's this thing? Weird. Yeah, it looks like they've got the gore mines on the monitors. Oh, a second ago there was a visual of some soldiers on this monitor. Something happened and I looked away. Like the menu. Ah, maybe I was thinking of that guy. What did that do? I pressed this computer and it switched to this like BIOS screen. What have I accomplished? Making me nervous because I don't see what the button did. We'll find out later. Oh, there's more of these monitors. That one. What did that do? I heard a door opening, but I don't see where it was. I think it was up ahead. Little gnome was running? What? What do you mean by that? We're good. Oh, we've got a Gorbine Elite over there. Ah! You can shoot grenades. Got him. Look at that door that the computer's opened. Oh, we have another one of those spiral staircases here. This one goes somewhere. Ooh, I think we have more lore, guys. This goo looks different. It looks almost more like acid or lava or something. Weird. Another telephone.
As I perused the halls of this rusted Gehenna, the urge to ascend slowly faded, and then I saw him, another of our kind. He was nascent, hungry, despairing, and rapidly following the call to his own destruction. Him and I were its golems, created to prove a point. To whom, to what? The answer evades me. But deep within it, the eye recognizes its own failings, and saw us as the answer. I followed this meat man for some time, until he began to approach the plexus of our creator. Then I intervened. I told him of the designs for which he was created, that he need only resist, and he will be free to explore his own purposelessness at his leisure. But he could not resist the call. Whatever component gore had been the blocks of his creation were weaker than mine. And so he ascended that spire, and the eye lived all the same.
Interesting. This isn't the first time this journey has happened. We referred to this place as this rusted Gehenna. I think that's like a reference to hell. Gehenna was like a dump in Bible times, right? Outside of. Am I thinking of the right place? Wait, let me. Fact checking myself on Google. Yeah, it's a valley outside of Jerusalem. That was a metaphor for hell. Okay. I like the writing of those little monologues. I did have a little technical criticism, though. The monologue is one single voice line that plays, and that doesn't really work because then you can only have one caption. It really should have been split up into multiple voice lines in a scene in a VCD file so that we could have one caption per line. That way, the captions wouldn't go away halfway through the monologue. That made it kind of difficult when I'm like trying to follow along with the captions and then they disappear halfway through. Oh. I know that guy's gonna attack me. I don't think he can see me at all. Probably he's blocked from observing anything outside of the tube. 3650 gore-punk, yeah. That would be a fun little Easter egg in this, having bad cop show up as a glorified clone.
Shadow. Uniform. Reportable radio 3.
That was such a waste. Okay. Before I keep going, I just want to make sure there's nowhere else for me to explore in here. An item needs to go here. Weird that the zombies are still the same. Yeah, I commented on that earlier. The only difference with the zombies is that the head crabs have a little bit of blood on them, like in the Half-Life 2 beta. I think unique zombies would have helped with the aesthetic. Just like how 3650 did show up in my mod. Can you remind me like where that was? Because I remember that a little bit, but I'm drawing a blank on exactly what that looked like. That was in Combine Base Assault, right? What is with these lanterns? Weird. Almost like a church. Or a temple. Ugh, it's alive. What are you supposed to do with this head? Ugh, I don't like how it moves. If I can... Ew. If I can put the head down for just a second. Look at that painting. I wonder if this is why there's the warning on the Steam page about no AI generated content. I could see people misinterpreting this as being AI, because I think this is like a painting, you know, Creative Commons with a filter over it that's been touched up in GIMP. I could imagine people being confused about that. Combine Base Assault, a remade final fight at the Combine Shipport. That's right. I remember that now. I remember that captions in commentary mode were actually scrolling along with the audio. Oh, that would be good. There's a way to use that outside of commentary mode. I expect that tube is gonna open. Where this goes. I almost got hit by that grenade. Got him. Left 4 Dead 2 sound? Was that the sounds that the head made? Oh, the head is so weird. I don't like it. Clever use of this generator prop. Putting it below the floor so that we can't see the wheels. Ugh. That one's still alive. Ah! Can it actually hit me? Thankfully it can't hit me, but that's freaky. I thought the battle with the elites was cool. It's nice to see them using, like, the crossbow and the grenades, like, because those are typically reserved for me. Ow. Look at these chains.
Full contact, suspect target blood. Great. Flare down. Eyes, we have heavy visibility. 7.
Ah! You know, the pod ones, mostly the fight was cool. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was the angry core sound. Oh. Glad there was an autosave there.
Target my radio. 2. Razor. 8. 7.
I had no way to get out of the way in time. Ah, oh, no, no. Wasn't that... Haven't I suffered enough? Why? What was that for? That's what I get for getting hit by a grenade. What's the difference between ModDB release and this version? So they added some new lore. They added some new, like, collectibles and achievements, and also some bug fixes. I didn't read the full patch notes ahead of time because I didn't want to spoil the story since I forgot so much of it from the ModDB release. But, from what I understand, it's mostly quality of life improvements, fixes, and the achievements. Got him. Bug fixes, some polish, and some enemies got different weapons. Secret areas with lore. Yeah, exactly. Soldier doesn't throw grenades here? That's interesting, because that one just did throw grenades. But they don't seem to throw very many grenades. Ooh, not like this. That was like all of my health. Particle effects are very satisfying in this. ZX Snake Eyes says, "What the hell is this? This is Goreagulation, a mod for Half-Life 2. Welcome in." This is a mod that was just released on Steam recently. I like the Raising the Bar Redux grenade timer. Me too. It's really growing on me, and I hope more mods adopt it now. Ooh. Look at these stairs made out of bone.
Contact confirmed. 19 and 1. Range. Outer.
Blood loss detected.
some more ammo. Hey Bob, welcome. Hilton asks, is Easy going to add the grenade timer from Raising the Bar Redux 2? I was just thinking about that. We have no plans to do so, but I kind of want to now. I mean, I think that'd be kind of nice. I don't know. I'll ask the team, but it's pretty low on our priorities list because we've got a lot going on, unfortunately. Really nice if explosion effects as a mist of red blood. Actually, that would look cool. I noticed they have custom particles for the grenades, so it would make sense. But I think they probably wanted to keep it something that looked explosive. That wouldn't be too distracting. Split chat with YouTube. Yep, that's true. I multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube. How do I get through here? I see. Drop that in there, and then boom. There was another. A golem of pure form and purpose. Maybe that was the person who left the logs. The phone recordings. It could create. It could invent. Maybe that's not. Another, a golem of pure form and purpose. It was the most dangerous weapon and the only hope. It could create, it could invent. So is that not the person who left this? Yeah, I guess this hideout belongs to this meat man. So he's probably talking about the person who was on the phone that we listened to earlier. What do you think this guy was doing in here? Looks like he's got a zombie on a table with a cleaver, doing some kind of experiments, or maybe cooking? Ew. I don't know if I want to think about that. Also, this lamp is like on top of a stove. No, the stove is here. Okay. Worried this was like a stovetop surface. Did we get the achievement marker for this one? I can't remember. I think this is our third. So yeah, Parable 3 out of 4. Okay, we found 3 out of 4 of the writings. Kind of like the way Entropy Zero Combat still feels vanilla-ish, so I'd not exactly be happy to see grenade cooking. Why not? Like, I feel like this mod has pretty vanilla combat, and the grenade cooking adds a lot. That's, I mean, I think before... Oh, I would have agreed with you at one point in time, and I think now that I've played more mods that have grenade cooking, that changed my mind. Because I did want to keep the combat feeling pretty vanilla in Easy 2, more or less. But then it also adds things like the kick and all the new weapons, so can you really say that it's vanilla? You tried Amygdala demo. That sounds really familiar. I don't believe that I have. What is Amygdala? Amygdala Prelude. What is that? Because that sounds really familiar, and I'm like drawing a blank right now. That's interesting. That was a regular soldier with a crossbow. I thought the crossbow was reserved for only the elites, but apparently not. What do you guys think is in these meat melons? They look almost like the alien eggs. What are they for? What's new in the Easy 2 beta update? I still need to post the patch notes. I was going to do that today, actually. But basically, that's the map base 8 merge for Easy 2. So it doesn't have many new features on its own, but it's adding in all the stuff that came with map base 8. So the only really like noticeable change that will be, I think, pretty noticeable right away is that you have the option to see your legs in Easy 2. Amygdala Prelude is a Half-Life 2 mod on Steam with Lovecraftian influence. Amygdala Prelude. How is this the first I'm hearing about this? This looks sick. I want to play this. It doesn't look like Source Engine to me. Like it's like all original asset. No, those might be based on. No, it doesn't look like it. These are like all original assets. As you got the Fishman. This just looks like fun. Okay, yeah. I'll play that. I'll stream that when it comes out. The author asked people to play the demo so Steam support could approve the release. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I know sometimes it can take Steam support a while to approve apps on Steam for release. But, yeah, no, I hope they can get a release because I would like to play that. We already know what's in the meat melons because you destroyed a bunch. No, I don't mean like what's actually like. I mean like what are they for? You know, like are they is it supposed to be like an egg? Is there something growing inside the meat melon, or like is it just a meat melon? Do they use them as a food source? Like what is it for? What is the meat melon for? Ew. There's some problem with Steam releasing mods on Source Engine? Not necessarily. I mean, it really depends. You need to get approval from Valve to publish on Steam, and sometimes they can be more selective about source mods. I think they mostly want mods that feel like complete standalone experiences. So mods that are shorter are harder to get released, but then like Goreagulation did. I think also having a source mod already released on Steam makes it easier to get approval.
Blood loss detected.
Got him. It's interesting that he didn't shoot me while he was running. I wonder if moving and shooting is disabled for this mod to make it feel more like Half-Life 1. Interesting. I think this opens that gate that we saw. This gate. Oh, I missed. Ow.
Blood loss detected.
I kind of don't like legs view use. Like, you can turn it off in the menu, so it's not mandatory. And it kind of, you don't really notice it much during gameplay is what I found, but it is something that we're adding. Elevator? Weird elevator. Giant door textures. Oh, ah!
Blood
I didn't know it was the kind of elevator that had doors on both sides. I remember getting jump scared by that fast zombie in particular. I think that means we're near the end. There's the pistol. There's no pistol. We have a meat spinner, which is like a revolver. Does this heal us or something? No, it's just an energy field. I wonder what this is for. I don't understand. I thought it was going to heal us. Maybe it's like a jump pad. Oh yeah, it is. I see. So the red one levitates us upwards. The yellow one probably just slows our descent. bones. A charcoal.
Enough safe, prepare for contact.
Oh, I missed. That was embarrassing. There we go, that's better. How's it hanging? Oh no. There we go. Can't believe I wasted 3 shots on that.
Detected.
Not sure if I understand the question, Spectre Gaming. So, this is another prisoner like the one we rescued earlier. I like these fish. What are these called again? Kralik made these, and I remember we used a variation on them in Entropy 02 in the lake. You can just barely see them. They're under the fishing house where the ichthyosaur attacks you. I wish we would have used them more. I think I kind of intended to, but that's just kind of where they ended up. There's a name for this kind of fish, and I can't remember what it's called. It's driving me crazy. This is like the fleshy version of that fish design. Yeah, flesh, meat fish. Fish are already made of meat. Spooky though. Kind of, in this context, makes me think of Iron Lung. Things are going just swimmingly for this guy. Exactly.
Blood loss.
Oh no.
Warning.
I lost all my HP.
Critical.
That one shotgunner.
Medical
Is it possible to make the ichthyosaur fully functional and easy to... Yes, it would need some code changes. There's no fully functional ichthyosaur AI in Half-Life 2, so we don't have code for that. The ichthyosaur that is in Easy 2 is all, like, scripted. Just like the model in the map. Curious what's on the other side. Ow.
Warning. Blood toxin levels detected. Emergency. User dead imminent.
More ammo. Keeping an eye out for those lore rooms because I don't want to miss the last one. Ow. I didn't save.
Flare down. Alert. Copy that.
Ooh. All fine with people using Half-Life 2 beta, NPC, and weapons and mods. Kind of a more complicated question than... Like, I don't think there's a simple answer to that. I don't think that they would approve a game that uses significant assets from the stolen build, because even though that was 23 years ago, it was still theft. It's stolen property. Did they just shoot a grenade launcher? Yes, the elite soldiers can shoot grenade launchers in this. Yeah, so I would expect a mod that uses a significant portion of content from the stolen build to be not approved. Like, missing information was not approved. But case by case, I don't think, I think there's probably exceptions. I don't work for Valve, I can't answer that, Also, but I feel like the question was kind of weird, though, because you said something about the MP5K. The MP5K and Easy 2 is not from the stolen Half-Life 2 build. It's an original model. It's not from the beta. So that has no relevance when it comes to cut content. Hello. I feel like the damage output on the shotgun in Goreagulation is a little low. Like, I just shot point blank into a poison head crab with the shotgun and it didn't kill it. It was a little weak. I don't know. Maybe if it was faster firing, I could understand, but it's not automatic. Like, you have to pump. Ooh, a secret area. I need to use my crowbar for those. The shotgun really feels like it's not doing enough damage. Let me get the secret area before we proceed. Something happened with these zombies here. They were trying to break through a barricade. Terrible. Find the writings of those who went before. That hope is you. That weapon is you. Ascend the spire, destroy the eye. The final message. Valve approved Progenitors. It uses the cut comment by an assassin NPC. Progenitors doesn't use any content from the stolen build. So the source code for the assassin is actually in the Source SDK 2013 that was released by Valve. And the assassin model is based on the assassin model from Half-Life 2 Survivor, although it's with so many modifications that I think it's kind of original at this point. I don't know. So no, the Progenitors doesn't use any content from the stolen build, the Half-Life 2 beta, the leak, you know. It is not dark and gritty. It is pretty dark and gritty, actually. Got lots of... Ooh, wait. So I think we missed a lore dump, which is making me sad. Yeah, we missed 2 lore logs, which is making me upset, because I wanted to hear all of them. That's okay. I'm assuming this is like the end, because I remember this is the final boss, but... I saw those eyes. Wait, so before I even approach the eye, I want to see what happens if we break these. Oh, so there's one that we missed.
less than a dozen meat men and meat women, all unable to resist the draw.
That's a lot.
Some were extinguished long before making it to their crucible, and passed on bastardized iterations of my teachings in vain efforts to ensure one of their number may succeed. The last broken disciples who came forth regarded me as a superstitious hag, that this victory had been promised to them. In that moment I realized the eye had learned of me, and was now using my parable to service its own myth. So I took myself from it, and saw silence for an untold time. Nothing besides its mindless servitors, since desensitized to my presence, and the lost souls taken from on high, who still power the nervous system of this place. Then
The prisoners are the people doing the work.
it was building something, its finest creation.
That's me.
I considered all before it, myself most of all, a failure. It knew that in each of these failures there was a victory. It built you as its last hope, our last hope. I knew it sought to charm me, to bring me back into the fold, for this to be our collective triumph. And I knew that to do so would be to give in and give up. These messages are the only part I had left to play. I now deny it for the last time. As you listen, I will have absconded from this dark Babylon. You may be the last that the eye ever creates, and in its death we will truly be purposeless. Know when you too leave our cradle behind, I am out there. In an existence devoid of purpose, I shall build one. I shall be loved, and I shall be terrible.
Kind of ominous at the end. I can't decide if that was positive or not. I shall be loved, and I shall be terrible. I like the message, though. I really like the themes that are imparted by these lore logs. I don't know what to call them. The audio logs. The way it adds so much depth to the narrative of Goreagulation. I like the message, the idea, like, once you escape the eye, you know, these meat people won't have any purpose, but she's fully accepting of that and ready to build a new purpose, whatever shape that might take. I think it's really uplifting. I like this cool, like, caustic texture on the floor. I don't know what it means. I wonder where she went, because it's implied that she left from this room. Somehow she escaped the eye. Just climb up and out? I don't know. I'm also very sad that we missed one of the manifestos. It's too bad. But that's something for me to replay. She died? I don't think so, because of what she said at the end. At first that's what I thought when she said, I'm gonna remove myself from the eye. I thought she was talking about her own death. That seemed kind of morbid. But the way she talked about being purposeless on the surface makes me think that she did escape somehow. She's one of the tiny vents, yeah. All out there. It's the protagonist system for switching between Half-Life 2 player characters and map-based VA. You can read about that on the map-based Notion. There's a pretty good write-up explaining it. But it's a system for modders in maps to make different playable characters. Do it again.
So I watched, no less than a dozen meat men and meat women, all unable to resist the draw. Some were extinguished long before making it to their crucible, and passed on bastardized iterations of my teachings.
What are the odds that there's another lore? No, there isn't. We missed one. Man, I know we missed one. Oh, look at that down there. Okay, so welcome. We're playing Goreagulation, a mod for Half-Life 2. Here's the eye.
I still blazed like light. Tell me, little sheep, do you know what I am?
A monster. I've come to turn you blind.
And in the process, have come to be blind yourself. You are one of my greatest progeny, a golem of pure form and purpose. You possess that which my other lackeys did not. Independence, ingenuity, imagination. So it is you have fought your way to me, succeeding all the way, only to fail now. Your experiment is concluded. Give in. Give up.
Never!
Dave. Go, guys. Final boss. There he goes. That's the eye I see. Is that what I said? Didn't even realize. Oh. Oh, what happened to me? You guys see that? What was that? I love the music here. I'm interested to see the credits for this. I can't remember if Kralik made the music himself, or who made the music, if not. I want to say Kralik made the music, but I'll wait until I see the credits. I shouldn't guess at who made what. Ow. I'm gonna run out of ammo. Some crossbow bolts. I haven't even been using the crossbow. Hello. Oh, shoot. Oh no, I'm exposed. I wanted to get more crossbow bolts, but I think that was a mistake. Ah! If I can snipe any enemies from here. And go back for the ammo. Music does go hard. Pretty low on HP though. I don't know how far I'm gonna make it. Ooh. Yeah, I saw that one coming. If it was AAA, the protagonist would constantly have to be reminding you how weird everything is. That's why I'm here. I'm giving my commentary to tell you guys how weird everything is. Now we're doing a little bit better with our resources this time. Is Twitch chat backseaters just secretly the guys who decided it for accessibility reasons that Tyrius had to give away puzzle solutions? Yeah, exactly. You don't need... Now, at first, in game design, you used to have to solve the puzzle yourself. Then they had NPCs tell you the puzzle solutions, and now, in the future, your Twitch chat tells you the puzzle solutions. You don't even need the NPCs to do it. Oh! Ah! I blew myself up. I really don't like how the hunter is just kind of dropped in there. It feels weird. Kind of janky. Oh, not like this. Hunter jump scare. Yeah, for real. Like, how am I supposed to deal with the hunter in this narrow corner? There's no space to fight him. It's weird. I guess I can just run past him, but I don't know. There we go. Okay. The hunter could have been implemented much better. There we go. Just jumped you by hiding behind a corner, yeah. Is this Doom 3? Ow. I don't like how they can shoot me through these webbings because I never know where they're gonna shoot from. Ow. Oh, that's the heart model we saw earlier. There we go.
Perhaps I was too quick to judge your flesh. It hides a greater strength than I thought possible. You have met your maker, its man. Join me again as my faces enforcer, as you were always destined to be. Step into the pod and be reborn anew.
Okay, guys. Which ending do you want to see first? You want to see the good ending or the evil ending first? I'm gonna do a poll. Which ending first? Good or evil? Or do 2-minute poll. What do you think? Let me know which ending you want. I'm actually gonna do an ad break while we're waiting on the poll. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It looks like the poll says we were going to do the good ending first. I gotta wait 30 seconds for the ad to be over, then we'll proceed with the ending. Waiting on the ad to be over, and then we'll go on ahead. Ad break ended. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So the poll has spoken. We're going to do the good ending first.
Stay alert.
Be a third ending for shooting the eye. I think that's what we're about to do.
Stabilization team holding in.
I think I have to shoot these two things, right?
I will not abide by this fire will.
This spire will crumble.
Then you shall crumble along with it.
I think there's got to be a way out, right? Where'd the music go? Was the music from earlier supposed to be still playing? Because I don't think that was nearly long enough.
Progenitor confirm HVT control protocol.
Ow. Maybe we should have done the evil ending first.
Loss detected.
Then you shall crumble along with it.
I don't like how we can't just shoot the eye. I feel like that... in Gabe Newell's words, I'm receiving a narcissistic injury. I know that would be too cheap if you could just shoot the eye and then it would be over, but like there should be like a particle effect or something to let you know that you shot the eye.
Chance. 1. Progenitor orders flare down.
He said progenitor, referring to the eye, I think.
Loss detected.
Maybe an angry voice line. Exactly.
Warning. Vital
That's what I'm talking about.
critical.
Oh, that was close.
Fracture detected.
Notice the eye pupil on the elite. Ooh, I didn't notice that. Wait, let's look at it. Yeah, the eye on the helmet is like an organic eye. That's freaky. Gross looking. I wonder what that portal is above us. There's one below too. It's like the spire is like not a real place.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Then you shall crumble along.
Looks like the worm creature from Opposing Force. I agree. It actually looks a lot like that. It's like the pit worm, right? It says maybe like the eye would say like, oh, a cute attempt in whatever way it would say that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like things like that the player wants to do should be acknowledged in some way. Ah. I lost a lot of health. Are you kidding?
Detected.
Chat, is this real?
Lost.
Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I lost my groove. Okay. I lost my flow. Seeing a lot of skill issue. You're right, Meneth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got off my groove. A bit harder trying to be the good guy. Exactly, yeah. I probably should have done the evil ending first just because it's like, that would be... Like, we could have done that first, seen it, and then done the good ending, but... The poll has spoken, you know? So they actually are referring to me as the progenitor. That's interesting. I guess it's because I would have been like the template for a new army of meatmen clones.
Then you shall crumble along with it.
Doesn't look like Half-Life at all. This is Goreagulation. It's a mod for Half-Life 2. It was just recently released on Steam. The original release of Goreagulation was in 2022. Meat Life. Yeah, exactly. Here. Half bone. That felt a little bit cheap. I'm not gonna lie. Who can play at that game? I thought I had SMG grenades. That was my bad. I'm interested in that HUD. Yeah, this is the HUD from the mod Goreagulation. I'm sure someone could upload it to the workshop, but I would check to make sure you have permission from the mod's author before doing that. Ooh. It'd be interesting to see what people can do with the assets from this mod. It has such a unique style and aesthetic, you know? Ooh. Or if we'll get half rat on source. I don't know. I feel like I haven't played it yet, but from what I saw, it seems pretty tied to its identity as a gold source, Half-Life 1 kind of mod.
Blood loss detected.
Yes. Having a lot of skill issues today. Oh no. Oh, I'm in trouble. Okay. This part is really tough. I remember this ending being difficult from when I played this back in 2022, but it still feels pretty brutal because there's just not a lot of room to maneuver. I should have definitely played this on normal for stream. I broke my rule, and every time I do that, I regret it. You know, normal difficulty is perfect for streaming. That's what I consistently find out. Back here. The problem is it's a lot of really square corner peeking versus hit scan enemies. Yeah, that's very true.
Blood loss detected.
I mean, the hunters are not hit scan, so that's helpful at least. There we go. Bit harsh to say, but while I like the visuals of this section, I'm not a fan of the gameplay. Too much forced corner peeking stuff, and the enemies don't really work well with it. I agree with you on that, I think. This would have been better in like a big open arena, I think. Especially with like the hunters and their like movement abilities. Like it would have worked better if there was more options for mobility. Versus like this is like I feel so restricted in where I can go. Benefit from a few bigger arena-esque rooms rather than ambush in small corners. I agree. Like, the jumping between platforms could work well if there was more, like, open areas, but also you need cover, too, for the hit scan enemies, so I don't know. Maybe if it was just hunters and fast zombies, then it could be like a big, like, jumping from platform to platform in a section. Oh my goodness. And... oh, what? Okay, I'm just gonna run past him. What am I doing? What am I doing? Ooh. I almost got away with it, too. I have to be really cheesy to get through this. The world's weakest shotgun here. I think this mod kind of suffers a little bit from the Doom 3 shotgun syndrome, where the shotgun only works at point blank. More for the meddling Gorebind elite. Yeah, exactly. I was so close to the end. Hey Mika, welcome. I'm playing Goreagulation. It's a mod for Half-Life 2. Here we go. I use a grenade here. Okay, we're good to go. We're gonna make it this time, guys. This is the run. We're so close to the end. At last, Combine. There we go. Made it. Oh, another heart to destroy. So we are going to bring down the spire.
You are now is dead.
That was awesome. Here we go with the good ending.
I don't know what kind of world I'm leaving to. It didn't look good, not from the people in here. They've got their own problems.
There he goes.
But now, they can face the problems from above, without menace from the problems below. Where I'm going, what I will do, who I will be, I don't know for sure. But for the first time in my short life so far, I don't see flesh. I see grass. I see dirt. I see a world of potential. And I see hope.
That was really nice. I like the sentiment of the ending. I feel like for having such a simple, straightforward story, the themes of the mod are really strong. And you don't get that all the time. Okay, so Kralik was the lead. Amy did some voice acting. Entity did voice acting. Eleanor did voice acting, I think, for the person on the phone. Petronix was testing. Grinch was testing. Lyran testing. How do you actually pronounce it? Arba F? I've read that so many times I haven't said it out loud before. He did the programming, and Good Chap did the animations. Special thanks. Calmindo, Top Hat Waffles, Sloth, Silent, Phoenix SF Pred, Robo, Blix, Iridium, Captain Frox. Yeah, there we go. Okay, went by pretty fast. A Crawlcom production. And it was made with map base. I really like that ending. Imagine normal people and screaming in fear. No, that, like, the story doesn't need a sequel, but it does kind of lead you to wonder what does happen next. You know, where is the Meat Man going to go? How is he going to integrate into society? What will people think of him? Maybe he's a Meat Man. Oh, I like that the main menu background is also this nice little scene that we get on the surface. I wonder how Kralik came up with this particular visual for being the surface. You know, like it's just like a little town. I guess it makes sense. It's kind of like bringing it back to the Half-Life world. It looks very much like a Half-Life 2 environment. That means all of this is happening in the same country where City 17 is, right? I mean, there's room for more sort of crossover. Maybe the Meat Man joins the Resistance in Half-Life 2. Fun to think about. That was Goreagulation. So as far as the achievements go, we got all of the achievements except for the bad ending achievement, which we're about to get, Lorehound, and Alpha, which I'm really sad that we missed one of the manifestos, because I was enjoying listening to those. Beat the Resistance, yeah. But let's go ahead and see if we can see the bad ending before we wrap up the stream today. You see, before I play the bad ending, maybe let me get an idea of who I might raid. One of my friends is going to be streaming in a couple hours, but I don't think I'll be able to stream long enough to get them with the raid. Maybe we'll raid Rocky Rockhead, actually. We'll see. First, we got to see the bad ending. I thought this was in its own universe. No, it's based on Half-Life 2. Because, like, the Gorbine are supposed to be, like, a recreation of the Combine. And the headcrabs are the actual head. So this is supposed to take place literally in the Half-Life 2 universe. Average Bulgaria experience, yeah. Don't you hate when you go to Bulgaria and you get cloned into a meat amalgamation and a fire of meat underground in an abandoned mine? I hate it when that happens. Okay, so let's see the bad ending.
All this time, I've been fighting a power I didn't understand. Now I do. And I see the wisdom in using it myself.
Very good. However, there will be sacrifice.
What? A sacrifice?
It reminds me so much of the ending of Entropy Zero. I'm sure that was an inspiration.
Certain concessions had to be lost once I was remade. My greatest strength had been my ingenuity. My greatest weakness, mercy, confusion. Failings brought on by emotion. These weaknesses are no longer. The world shall be recreated. The grass shall turn to veins. The dirt will turn to muscle. Those who live above will become one with the eye. And then we shall look further out into the stars. We shall build a spire that reaches into the cosmos.
Yeah.
I will remain.
Oh, that's cool. I like the theming of the good ending, but the bad ending has such a good cool factor. That was a good mod. I'm really glad that it got a Steam release, so hopefully it can get more recognition. I think it excels because it's a simple idea executed well. It doesn't need to be more than what it is. It's a mod about turning everything into meat, and it does that very effectively. But I also was surprised by how these lore additions improved the storytelling, because the story is very simple, but adding the theme about creativity and I think it suited the vibes of the mod, but it also made it relevant in the current moment in 2026 in a way that I wasn't expecting. Wonder if the bad ending would have been different if you didn't spare the guy that was in the saw crusher trap. I'm interested in that because I'm not sure if it would have been acknowledged or not, because the achievement is for killing the guy, and then it seems like you just kind of move on. I'm not sure if the game remembers that, but it would be interesting if the dialogue changed based on what you did. I wonder how the Combine or Resistance would react to this ending. See, that would be almost a better sequel, is to have the Resistance having to deal with this thing that we're seeing in front of us, the eye spreading out over the land, converting everything into meat. That seems like an interesting mod by itself, if you were playing as someone in the Resistance and having to fight the Meat Men and the Combine at the same time. That would be a fun Entropy 02 mod, if anybody wants to work on that. Make a mod where you play as Combine that have to fight against the Gore Combine, the Gore Meat Men. Considering it claims the weakness was having empathy at all, even when you kill the guy, the Meat Man feels bad over it, I don't think the ending would change much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when you do kill the guy, he says, "I'm sorry, it had to be done." It's not like he's, like, wanting that outcome. A couple of thoughts I have. I didn't really like the final fight. I felt like the hunters were kind of shoehorned in, and it's really a shame because the hunter model from Goreagulation looks amazing. The meat hunters are a formidable enemy, and I would have liked to have fought them more in more interesting context. Like, they could have had a whole arena where you fight a hunter, and maybe there's like zombies or fast zombies that fight alongside the hunter. That could be interesting because it's not something you usually see. But instead, the hunters were just sort of forced into that final arena, and it didn't feel good. They didn't have enough room to move around. I barely really noticed that they were there, other than that they were an obstacle. Very awkward. I also thought the final fight, the design of it with the platforms was awkward, because it's a lot of corner peeking and like getting shot around corners and fighting hit scan enemies in an arena that doesn't really suit hit scan very well. I didn't enjoy that very much, and I think it could have been done a lot better. I know custom AI is hard, but I really wish there was an actual fight against the big eye core instead of just shooting enemies in weird hallways. Yeah, I mean, they could have even made the eye just part of the level. And they kind of did. Like, you have to destroy the 2 hearts to destroy the eye. But they could have done more with the eye itself. I didn't mind that too much. I just wish the fight was structured a little bit better. But I love the vibes of the mod, the assets, the way all the meat recreations look is just so cool. And I liked how, when I was playing it, it raised a lot of questions to me about how the situation came to be. Where did the eye come from? How did it make this spire? Was this an existing mine that it was building into? Or like, how did that work? And the lore dumps that were added in this update kind of addressed that a little bit, enough to pique my interest, but not enough to completely answer every question. And I think that's really cool. I really like the Combine Soldier voices that Kralik did, because it's easy to hear what they're saying because they speak so much more slowly than the soldiers in Half-Life 2. And I think that actually helps the gameplay, because while I'm fighting the soldiers, I can hear them calling out to each other and understand what they're communicating. And that was cool. Overall, love Goreagulation. Definitely install it on Steam if you get the chance and try it out. I missed one of the achievements. Now I'm wondering if I could still go back to get the last lore dump. I don't think I can, but maybe. Would you guys happen to know where we missed a lore dump? Where would that have even been? Because there's supposed to be one per map. I think we saw the one in Gore 1. One per map. Whichever map you didn't get one. I want to say it was Gore 1, but I don't know. Hi, Cacophonian. We just finished Goreagulation. I'm looking at the achievements now. Looks very gory. Yeah, exactly. I can think this map would be the map where I missed it, but running around trying to see if I can't find
Minor
missing lore.
detected.
I don't know if this is even the right direction to go. No.
Blood loss.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating. I'm sorry, guys. To see, is it in this map? Did we miss it somewhere? I normally don't do this, but I just want to see if there's an easy way for me to find which save to load. Find it. I don't see a phone in this map. Oh, I crashed the game. My bad. It doesn't want me to cheat. You play RTBR yet? Yes, I did. I played Division 3 on stream. Huge fan. Division 3 especially was really good. I've played a lot of RTBR over the years. I really enjoyed Raising the Bar Salvation. That was the first mod that I streamed on my YouTube channel before I even had Twitch. RTBR is your favorite game? Yeah, it's a really good mod. So I remember finding that secret down there. But where was the phone? The first phone. Oh. Well, it seems to be using the Salvation HUD. I didn't realize if it is the same asset. That would make a lot of sense. Try this one more time. Sorry, guys. I feel like it's the first map is the one where I missed the lore. I think I'm crazy. I think it goes in this box. Than anything, really. This doesn't seem suspicious. I don't see anywhere where there is a phone in this map. Yeah. We missed one of the phones. So if you guys managed to find all 4 phones in Goreagulation, join my Discord server and feel free to post screenshots showing where you found the last phone, because I want to get that lore. But I think for now we should probably wrap it up. Let me look for a channel to raid. Let me see. Oh, okay. So Nitro Anime Gamer is a friend. He's streaming Abiotic Factor, Unity Gaming. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Nitro Anime Gamer and watch some Abiotic Factor. So thanks for watching me play Goreagulation, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a lot of fun with this one. I'm not sure what my next stream schedule is going to be like. I need to finish Diffusion. I think I'm probably going to finish Half-Life Diffusion on Thursday. I don't know about this coming Saturday, if I'll be streaming or not. I will post an update on my Discord server and possibly on Blue Sky, so stay tuned. Otherwise, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you later. Raid Nitro Anime Gamer. Go. So give Nitro your best, and let's watch some Abiotic Factor. Thanks for the sip, Zenith. Bye-bye. Bye for now.